When it comes to the popular crossover SUV market, there are two big names that stand out from the others. First, the Nissan Qashqai, and also this, the Kia Sportage. Believe it or not, the Sportage is actually now in its 4th generation, but it wasn't until the 3rd gen model, the predecessor to this new look version, that things really started to take off. Almost overnight, sales shot up from around 5,000 a year to more than 23,000 here in the UK last year, so no pressure for this new model then, right? Now, subscribers will know that we've already had the new Sportage into test just a few months ago. If you haven't seen the video yet, you can watch it by clicking on the link on the screen now. And if you haven't subscribed yet, well, what are you waiting for? The difference this time round is that we've got a petrol engine instead of a diesel, and we've also got the GT line trim, which is new for this year and which adds sportier styling like 19-inch alloy wheels, twin tailpipes, and this flat bottom steering wheel. We've previously spoken about the Sportage's smart interior, which we reckon rivals the best in its class for classiness, with its mix of materials, large infotainment screen, and these comfortable leather seats. The GT line model neatly sits in the middle of the range, and in addition to the exterior styling, which I personally reckon takes some of the edge off the new Sportage's slightly controversial looks, you also get some more of the kit usually reserved for the car's higher trims. That means the likes of heated front and rear seats, parking sensors, a reverse and camera, dual zone climate control, and automatic lights and wipers. Despite the Sportage's sloping roof, there's still plenty of room back here, and I have to say that these rear seats are some of the comfiest that I've sat in. Twin ISOFIX attachments are great if you need child seats, and although space back here mightn't be class leading, there are still lots of little storage cubbies and pockets which are great for longer journeys. Boot space is fairly average for its class as well, with 491 litres with the rear seats folded up. Folded down, it's 1,492 litres or 1,480 on models like this with 4-wheel drive. The boot is wide and well shaped too, but the tall height of the Sportage might make loading heavier items a bit more bothersome. Popular as it was, the previous Sportage could be a bit of a pig on the road. As a result, this latest model has had its setup tuned considerably, and as a result drives just so much better than its predecessor. Granted, it's still no Mazda CX-5, which in my opinion sets the bar in its class for driving dynamics, but it is remarkably controlled in the corners for a car of its size and height. Likewise, the electric steering's got a new motor to improve accuracy and feedback, so you can really feel what the front of the car is doing when it's on the road. We've previously tried the diesel engines, including the 1.7 litre diesel, which we reckon is the best all-rounder, but this time round we've got the single 1.6 litre turbo petrol choice. It might seem like a bit more of a niche option these days, but there's still plenty to like, with 174 brake horsepower on tap. Power delivery is smooth and the engine pulls well with plenty of torque, and really the pace that this thing can cover the road is actually quite impressive. 0 to 62 will take you 9.2 seconds, and although normally we'd advise the automatic for this kind of car, the manual suits it really well, even if it's not the most smooth shifting gearbox around. It's hard to recommend the diesels as the most fun engines in the range, but then it's also hard to recommend the petrol for anybody who's in any way inclined towards efficiency. This car comes with a 4-wheel drive as standard, and so far we've only managed just over 30 miles per gallon in it, with 177 grams per kilometre of CO2. Fairly poor figures in this day and age. The Sportage range starts from 17,995, while for this GT line you'll have to spend at least 24,350. The Mazda CX-5, which is better looking and which drives better out of the box, is by comparison almost a grand cheaper. Of course, the Kia comes with the manufacturer's much lauded 7-year warranty, but beware your engine choice, as depending on whether you go petrol or diesel, the Sportage can be as cheap or as expensive to run as you make it. The 4th generation Kia Sportage might not make quite as giant a leap as its predecessor did, but it's undeniably a much more refined and well-rounded product. Whether you're a fan of the new face or not, the GT line certainly adds better looks and some desirable extras, while the petrol engine is smooth and strong, if not as economical as many of its rivals. But do you own a new Kia Sportage, or are you in the market for one soon? Let us know what you think of the car in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the Inquire button to find out more details about this car, or for any other models visit carkeys.co.uk. And to watch more reviews, click on one of the links on screen now.